So nothing's going to keep you from making money as a guy like shame. If you can't stand behind what you're offering, no one is going to buy it. So to release shame for good, I have two practices for you. The first is to be transparent. If you have an image that you think you have to maintain, you will be exhausted, you will feel really icky, and ultimately you will fail. People will not see the facade that you're trying to put up, they'll see the shame behind it, and they won't trust you. So share your experience, be real. Now this is not the same as gabbing about your problems to your clients. Share from your centered, powerful place with humor and with honesty. Leading by example doesn't mean having a perfect life. Leading by example means acknowledging that you're human, that you're also in a process, and meeting that process with intentionality and love. That's what's really going to inspire your clients to work with you. The second practice is to align your foundational state. So in the last video, I talked about your foundational state as the backdrop for your experience. To align that, I've developed 4 principles that I call the liberation principles. And the practice is to remind yourself of these principles as a way of realigning your consciousness, realigning your deeper inner state of being. This is a way to always go back to that center so you can work without that fearful ego always bringing in shame. So the 4 principles are: 1, that everything is connected. This is true biologically, chemically. This is true energetically, electromagnetic fields. And this is true spiritually. This is one way that you can instantly realign your consciousness to that centered place. Just being aware that we are all connected. The second principle is that you, me, we all are perfectly designed. This is another truth that you can meditate on to realign your foundational state. When you think about your body, the way that your lungs and your heart and your mind and your cells are all beautifully orchestrated, working together, and you look outside in nature and you see how a flower can be so gorgeous and smell so sweet and also serve a function inside this little ecosystem. Getting present to the perfection of everything that is another way to align your consciousness instantaneously. The third principle is that there is a natural and universal flow towards well-being. If you get cut, there's a natural tendency for that cut to heal. There's a natural tendency for a seed to sprout. Getting present to this flow that is constantly happening around us is another way to instantly align your consciousness and create that aligned state, foundational state. The fourth principle is that you, me, and we all are infinitely powerful. So the ego might try and do something funny with that statement. You hear that and say, wait, does that mean that we can do whatever we want? Absolutely not. We are infinitely powerful inside of the other liberation principles. We are infinitely powerful inside of a connected, perfectly designed universe that is flowing towards well-being. We are playing in that arena. We are infinitely powerful. So if you can live and work in deep trust of these principles, then regardless of what's manifesting in your life, you will be able to create miracles for yourself and for others. If you are leaning on the inevitable goodness of the universe, then good is going to come. If you are unaware of these principles and you are operating in a fearful foundational state, then it's just your lonely little ego trying to rescue somebody else's lonely little ego, and no good is ever going to come of that. You're going to be constantly battling your shame and your own inadequacy at rescuing them. In the next video, we're going to be talking about how to transition from self-help to helping others, and especially how to integrate multiple modalities and practices into one cohesive offer. This is critical for your business.